Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
All right, out there, my peeps. All my peeps. Hey,
And we
man,
know y'all listening.
we
You're
know
just not
y'all listening.
you're not checking the okay, and
We
you're
got
not
to send it
subscribing.
out, man. Like I saw something this afternoon, man, that absolutely surprised the crap out of me. I don't know if it was true or not, but they said that ever since the election and stuff happened, almost all of NBC's shows and stuff, man, did a big drop.
Oh yeah,
Even
that's true.
even Rachel Maddow's show, man, it dropped almost 43%, man, after the election was over with. It was a big hurt. They taking a deep bite. And then I'm sitting here reading after ABC did their thing and stuff. All these folks out there, uh they talking about being cowards and stuff and everything, and said they're gonna have to be careful about what they say on the air because they might get sued. These people are going crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I don't understand that. I really don't. I'm just flabbergasted that they would allow this criminal to dictate to them what's going on and how they deal with stuff. Especially, we got free speech out there, and we should be able to talk and say what we want to talk or
He's a
what we want to
felon.
say. If we
He's a
want to
felon
say,
and a traitor.
right, no matter what, that's our free speech. We should be able to say what we want to say. That's in the what? The First Amendment, free speech. Say what you want to say, and you shouldn't be sent to court and dogged out because somebody didn't like what you said. If that happened, shoot, man, and they could have been. I could have been. We could be suing almost everybody out there. Even the Republicans who get on TV and be talking that old crazy stuff and everything, knowing that it's not true. Or or that lady who sat down there, Nancy Mason, lied about the man, told the news people and stuff and everything that this man harassed her, and come to find out he didn't do nothing to her. Ain't
That
nothing
should be
happened
a
to her.
lawsuit.
Ain't nobody sued her.
It should
That's a
be.
lawsuit. That lady defamed that man's character. So we have to be careful out here to allow the criminal element to dictate what the heck happens and how we see ourselves, and to become afraid. I don't understand. I'm at a loss here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on out here. Man, it is just horrible. I don't know. I'm
It's not horrible.
about this because Ted, they might try to sue us. I'm scared. I'm, I'm calling him a criminal. I'm scared. He gonna sue me for defaming him, but he got to prove that what I said wasn't true. And he been convicted. I don't care what they say. He was convicted by a jury of his peers. He's a criminal. Oh man. Well, Mr. Harvey, the world is getting to be kind of crazy out there.
The world has been
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
the world is getting kind of crazy out there.
Been crazy.
Getting crazier. Man, I can't believe some of the things, man, that I've been seeing and I've been hearing. They done impeached the president of South Korea and throw him out of office because he he called for martial law. Oh shoot! Then they they said the Russians then tried to hack Starlink and everything. Elon Musk and Starlink stuff. They done hacked him and stuff to keep the Ukrainians from using Starlink to fight them. Oh man. Now they're saying that because Syria has failed or they got some new stuff going on, and I don't think anybody knows where it's going. All they know is that Assad has fled to Russia. Everything else, they have no idea what's going on over there at that country. And now, because of that, they're saying that they don't know about Iran. That they have Iran has teeth has been pulled, and there's a toothless bear now, and they can't do anything at all. So Israel wants to go over there and finish the bombing. We got a mess out
Well,
there.
they say that the United States has something like 500 to 700 troops over there.
They've been there a while. Those
Yeah, they've
troops
been
been
there
there
a
a while.
while.
They've been there a while. They came over there a couple of months ago. But usually, United States always leaves a few troops into some of those areas and stuff over there, and they quietly leave them over there and everything as a deterrent for or to train the armies and everything to how to defend themselves. So it's not unusual to have our troops and stuff sitting there and nobody never know anything about it because they'll slide them over there quietly and you never hear anything. And I see old Mitchy boy is trying to get him some courage. He tried to get a little courage here and everything. He tried to tell Trump that he can't do this. And he telling his nominee, Mr. Kennedy, to some of that stuff he talking about and everything. He better leave that stuff alone because he may not be confirmed.
Well, I think these Republicans, I'm talking about so called real Republicans, know they have taken it too far. It's out of hand now. They don't know what to do. You got some of these people stepping up acting like they're all in unity. And those are the ones that really, they have their own MO.
Hmm.
But let me just say this right quick. 45, soon to be 47, had a press conference today.
Hmm.
I heard about maybe 15 minutes of it. That's about all I can stand.
Go ahead.
Let me just say this. If I ever seen a setup, that was a setup.
I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. I didn't know they even had anything.
That was a setup, bro. That was a total PR stunt. You had a bank called SoftBank.
Yep, they've been around a long time. They
And
I'm pretty if I'm not mistaken, they're from Japan, aren't
that's
they?
correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right.
And let me give you some detail on them because I said, this man talking about $100 billion. That ain't no money. $100 billion. Let me just say this. Now here's the detail on this. So I can get my notes right here.
Because I
Because I
remember,
got a correction, by the way.
yeah, I remember SoftBank, man, doing a lot of big deals, man, out there about 10 years ago. They were doing some huge deals,
They was doing some
some
stuff
a
with
lot of
President
merger
Obama.
deals. Yeah, yeah, a lot of merger deals and everything. Yeah.
So SoftBank, this is weird, man. This is really thing. But I'm gonna go back later and talk about why I think it was a setup. SoftBank Group is a Japanese multinational conglomerate holding companies headquarters in Tokyo, Japan. They've been around since '81. However, they have different segments of businesses: software bank investment, SoftBank Mobile, SoftBank PPBB offers broadband infrastructure service, SoftBank fiber optics. They do they ARM Holdings is semiconductors, software designs. So I was inquisitive to say, here's some of their acquisitions. Alibaba, they got 25% of that.
Mm.
Uber, they
Chinese
got
company.
50, Uber, they got 15% of that. Slack, they got 10%. WeWork, 80%, because
Mm.
you remember that fiasco WeWork,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that, yeah,
They create office space for people who needed
right.
office space.
And that guy took all that money out of there and whatever. DoorDash, 20% stake in DoorDash, bro.
Ooh.
SoftBank Vision Fund launched in 2017. Who was in office? Barack Obama. Is a 100 billion
20 what?
fund.
Well, wait a minute. 20 what?
2017.
Obama was out of office then.
Okay, so that was
Trump. That was
Trump.
Trump. Yeah.
Is a 100 billion fund focused on investing in emerging technologies such as AI, robotics, and the internet. 2022, their revenue was 63 billion. Net income 13 billion. Total assets 310 billion. So I said, who are these people sponsoring or supporting? Golden State Warriors in 2016 invested in Golden State Warriors through its $100 billion Vision Fund, 2016. So that tells you, you said that Trump was in office in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
President Obama was working with them way before that, because this happened in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
The investment was reportedly around 500 million for a 3% stake in the team. So they got a 3% stake in the team. They've
Sacramento
also
Kings?
invested. I'm sorry?
The Sacramento Kings? You said the
No.
Kings.
No, I said Sacramento. Did I say Golden State Warriors?
Yeah. And then you said the Kings.
No, I wasn't the Kings. I didn't say anything about the Kings.
Okay.
Okay, so 2019, the NBA SoftBank announced a partnership to bring the NBA games to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
They've also did some things with the Raptors and the Houston Rockets. SoftBank also deals with the Hawks. They
Mm.
also have set up a program, professional baseball team. So they sponsor, one of their NBA sponsors is SoftBank. So now, in that press conference, he brought this guy along because he's a major investor in the United States. He out there trying to wheel and deal, and they got a little bit of money. Their revenue was what I say was only
300.
whatever it
They,
was. It
they're
wasn't
worth
that much.
310 billion, but their revenue is said with 13 billion a
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't it ain't that much money. But the point is, he get a little publicity because he coming up with the president. So
Mm-hmm.
he claiming that he gonna do. Now, this $100 billion is a 10-year deal, but he's supposed to bring in 100,000 jobs.
That sounds like that ripoff that they did up there in Wisconsin.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. This is the con game. But wait a minute. What about the questions? The questions, the deal was what they had to do. He went up there, talked about all the little vaccinations and all that. But his main conversation was a sales job on all his cabinet members.
Mm-hmm.
What a great person Rubio is. You know, he's already set and ready to go. And that guy, what's his name, Hedges or whatever his name is, that's trying to be
The
DOD,
defense secretary,
defense
Peter,
secretary.
Peter,
He
yeah.
just talking about he's so great. Every time I see him, all we talk about, I don't think we ever talked about anything else but military. So he out there doing a sales job. Now, who is he talking to? He ain't talking to you. He ain't talking to me. He ain't talking to the opposite. He talking to his cult. He's talking to his followers. Because if those people don't get approved, who gonna get upset? Because he done already gave them all kind of accolades. This is the way he works, bruh. He do a sales job, a con job, talking about how great all his people are that he just hired, and giving them all kind of accolades and saying this and saying that. And these news reporters ain't saying nothing. They ain't answering, yeah, what about this? What about that? So anyway, qualifications and all that. So that was a big con game, bro.
That was a waste of
$100
your
billion
time.
ain't no money.
That was a waste of your time, then.
Oh, I said I only spent 15 minutes. The man spent over an hour talking.
Is he still talking about them tariffs again, or what?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, okay. Because
Like
you
I
know he
said,
likes to talk about tariffs now. He likes to talk about tariffs.
that's all it is, a con game.
Yeah, because he after girlfriend down there in Mexico slapped him upside the head with that letter. He said too much about Mexico no more. He better leave that woman alone. Oh man, I should have wrote my thoughts
And
and stuff down while you were sitting
get
there
this man
talking.
all his credibility and all that news, free advertising, and to speak his garbage. Knowing doggone well 75% of those people he hired ain't even qualified.
They ain't qualified. None of them qualified to do anything. All he is just friends of his that he can control. Man, I don't know. I knew what I was gonna say. I got a email from I've been getting emails now from our Georgia, one of our senators here in Georgia. He will be running for re-election the next election cycle. His name is John Ossoff. Nobody has really heard about this guy since he was elected. He beat out I can't remember who he beat out, but he beat out one of them MAGA boys for the election and stuff for a 6-year term.
She was
So
appointed, one of the lady that he was running against was appointed. She was a millionaire, a billionaire. Is that the one she was running against?
no, she was running against my pastor here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Warnock. She was running against Warnock. Yeah, he was running against someone else. I think it was Purdue he's running against. I don't know for sure, but I do know that he won that election and stuff. He won it, but it was by a very, very slim margin. But at that time, it was probably one of the most expensive Senate races and stuff in the country and stuff. And I'm pretty sure nowadays it's probably been shot way past that. But he did win a whole 6-year term, and his 6th year is up this next election cycle. So he's already started to put advertisements out there and talking about his election and stuff, and that people should start donating because he's planning on building him
Good for him.
a nice little uh, economic thing. And he promised the people who put their money and stuff into his campaign early that their money was going to be well spent, and that he was going to make sure he was a good steward and stuff of all of their hard-earned money that they were investing in him to win. Well, guess what? Today we find out that somebody has opened their mouth and said that they were going to run for the U.S. Senate seat here in Georgia.
Who?
MTG. She said she running. She gonna run for the U.S. Senate here in Georgia, and she had Trump backing. She said she had Trump backing. So I guess everybody else probably gonna go by the wayside because I don't care what's going on with that girl. She got a hell of a war chest, man. She got some money. She done raised some money. She done raised some money. Now she's a good money now. That money ain't coming from here in Georgia. It's coming from these folks outside of Georgia who they give her money constantly to giving her cash because they like that crazy stuff she be talking. She is definitely a MAGA hero. She's just about as powerful as Trump is in the MAGA world. But I don't know if she's going to be able to uh, rationalize them letting her run for the U.S. Senate seat because she ain't running in her little district up there in the northern part of Georgia. She running just in the whole state. And I don't know if they got. I don't believe that these collar counties and stuff going to have us sitting down there embarrassing them up there at the U.S. Senate. She, uh, I don't know if she's as bad as the football player, but she, but she thinks that she's gonna run and she's gonna run for the U.S. Senate seat. She's gonna throw her name in the hat here. So we're gonna have one hell of a ride here in Georgia, man. We got MTG, man, at the top of the ticket. Well, she don't make the top because they're gonna have the governor's race here also gonna be going on at that time. The governorship gonna come up for election and stuff at the time too. So she won't be at the top of the ticket, but she'll be second. I don't know, man. These MAGA folks and stuff, man, they because after Trump then won, they just they marshaling up their strength and everything, saying they can do anything. We can do anything. So I don't know. My boy John, he's a very quiet guy. He's a very studious person. He is Jewish, and Jewish people do support their own folks and everything. He and his last two elections and stuff, man, they have backed him up big time, man, with money. So uh, if money can win it, he can get it. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna
What
be
else you
out
got?
there.
What
I'm
else
gonna
you
be
got?
out. I'm gonna be out there doing my little part here for old Johnny boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. They gonna after this last thing, man. I thought I can sit back and not do a whole lot. I'm gonna leave this to the young buck. I can't. I can't no more. I, as long as there's breath in my body, I'm gonna have to do something, man. I don't know what it is. Even if it's wrong, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna get out there. I don't
Well,
know
good for
how.
you, Ed.
Yeah, well, I had to, man. I can't let that same thing happen that happened last time. 'Cause I sat back and said, I'm gonna let these young folks handle it and stuff. And I'm gonna everything gonna be all right. They should be able to take this on through across the finish line. And how how wrong I was. Oh, so I'm gonna have to marshal some strength here, and I'm gonna be out there doing something. I don't know what it is yet, but after the first of the year, I'll be telling folks what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna do something for him. I don't know if it's nothing but go out there and maybe talk to people out in the streets or whatever. I don't know, or try to get these Democrats up here riled up again, see what's going on, get them to believe that all is not lost. So anyway, I had to say that I couldn't believe it when I saw it, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is running for the Senate seat here in Georgia. Maybe, I don't know for sure. She says she's thinking about it, and she's already got the backing of her partner in crime, and that's Trump. Yeah, she said he's already given her his sign to go, and that if she does decide to do it, he's standing behind her.
Hey, more power to her.
Yeah, and Ted, I have no idea, man. I'm gonna have to say something here that Mr. Bishop, I guess, was wrong from what I'm hearing. Uh, I'm hearing and stuff, and the beats and the drum beats and stuff that tax cut that I was talking about expires in February. I was told it was February, but now I'm hearing that it is still in effect until the end of 2025.
Mm.
That's what I'm hearing.
2025?
That's what I'm hearing. Mr. Mann, our Speaker of the House, went on to Fox News and told the boys, Mr. Bear or whoever his name is, that their tax cut doesn't expire and they got plenty of time to get it passed. And he's
I
very
thought I told you
confident.
that already.
He's very confident and stuff that he can get it through and that they're going to pass it. And Mr. Barrett looked him in the face and said, "Are you sure?" you you the host of the show, and you tell the boy who's supposed to know everything, "Are you sure?" Then he, he thinks something is wrong there. You don't ask nobody, "Are you sure?" if if there's not a question out there. So and this came from Fox News. This ain't from somebody else. Fox said this. "Are you sure?" And he sat there and, "Yes, I am. I'm sure. We're going to pass this. We're going to do everything." I have heard that crap before. So so they have a little time to do something. But he also told him something else. He said, "Well, what are you going to do about this budget? They got 4 days."
4 days.
Yeah,
That's it.
December the 20th.
This, the Democrats, I mean, the Republicans is just, they're sick people, man.
And he asked him, he said, "Well, what are you going to do?" "Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem. We get it done." He said, "Well, what are you going to do then? You going to do another CR? Is it going to be for 3 months or 6 months? Or how do you plan on doing it?" "Oh, we'll figure that out." You talking about somebody shooting from the hip. We'll figure that out. You don't know yet. At that time, he only had 5 days. Now you got 4. Well, in a little bit, it's going to be 3. It's the December. If I'm not for sure, I'm pretty sure I know. I'm thinking it's December the 20th. It runs out. They're gonna have to pass something here, or the government gonna shut down. and and he said he asked him, was he gonna need some need some Democratic votes, and he said, well, he said all the deals we passed have been bipartisan. So far, all of we passed been bipartisan, so I don't see nothing different here. So he gonna need some Democrats to help get the budget and stuff done. Oh man, I don't know, Ted. I don't have no idea, man. We done put our hands into some foods for a long time, but this country just runs itself, man. That's what's going on. It's running itself. That's the country is on automatic pilot.
That's because you got people that's doing the work,
Right. We are
and that's gonna
automatic.
be all cut off.
We are automatic pilot.
Same thing here in Florida, automatic pilot.
We are automatic pilot.
We ain't heard from
You ain't heard from your governor? He ain't said nothing about leaving, about going
nothing,
to be. He ain't said nothing
nothing,
about going nowhere because Trump
nothing,
already tried. He gonna nominate him for attorney general or something. Some job, big job he got for him. He said he gonna pick him.
nothing, bro. Let me
Yep.
just say this. This right here is way off the mark.
Go ahead. We changing this courses here.
I've been hearing too much of this, and we've talked about this at least a couple of dozen times. No, not that many times, maybe 3 or 4 times. We've been on the air, ladies and gentlemen, for about what, 6, 7 years, Ed?
Off and on.
We got about what, 200 videos out there?
More than that.
And I know these people are listening to us. They don't put no likes, they don't subscribe. But that's okay. You know, we know you're listening. How I know? Because the algorithms tell us that.
Mm.
So now, the thing is that we are two, I guess the word is elderly men that are discussing certain topics that are of interest to us.
And to the audience also.
Maybe, you know, some of it,
No, ain't no
some of
maybe
it's
too.
not.
A lot of that stuff we discussing it for the audience too, especially
Well, I'm not disagreeing
all
with
this
that,
money
but
stuff here. Yeah.
I'm just saying that it's not a populist site. That's all I'm saying. Because, you know, this is more, uh, some, we do a lot of facts, but a lot of it is opinion. And whether you like it or not, you know, we always make mistakes. Like the other day, I made a mistake, and I don't know where I was coming from when we was talking about nonprofits. Actually, Ed, that 61,000 is statewide, not just for the metro, and the 31,000 is for the metro, Tampa
Mm.
Metro.
Okay,
So I just
so
wanted to make
we
that
can
correction.
but we can close that because that's why I was sitting there all day
Okay, all
yesterday.
right, you ain't got to dig.
Man, that don't
Ed, you
sound
ain't
right.
got to dig. You ain't got to dig.
Go
I made
ahead,
an
go ahead,
honest mistake.
go
I mean,
ahead.
I was sort of
I
kind of
understand.
tripping.
I understand. I
You
understand.
ain't got
A
to
lot
dig.
of times, a lot of times you got so much stuff up there, you just get
You
to
got
floating
me. You got
around.
me, and I'm correcting it. I'm correcting it.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
I'm correcting it. But what I really wanted to talk about, and we hear this all the time. black people are not a monolithic people. You know, we got black people that are from originally from Africa that came here on their own. We got black people that come from other countries but speak another language and they claim that they are Latino, and Latino is not even a race. It's an ethnic group. We got people that are from Haiti that are black, but they're not from Africa. They're from Haiti. Uh, Same thing, Mexico. And we got us, people that been here for hundreds of years, our ancestors. Now, as far as I can go back, is my great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And she was born somewhere in the 1870s, somewhere along in there.
Mm-hmm.
However, I probably can go even further back. But the point I'm making is we are, what would you call us? We are Americans that are African descent.
African
However,
Americans.
however, we are mixed blood.
Absolutely.
We might have Indian in us, blood
Absolutely.
from indigenous people. We might
Absolutely.
have European in us. We even
Absolutely.
might have Asiatic blood in us.
Mm-hmm. True.
So we don't have a country. Our country is America. So we call ourselves African American. We call ourselves black. However, people don't understand that people that's been here for centuries have went through the trials and tribulations of building this country and changing the laws to make it better for everyone. If you just got off the boat 50 years ago or 100 years ago, you just got off the boat, bro. Now, you might have went through some stuff, but you ain't never went through no stuff that our people went through. So respect that. That's all we asking. Just respect it. And we respect you for coming over here and making a good life for yourself and blah, blah, blah. Big deal. Whoop-de-doo. There's a lot of black people that's been here for 100 years and they made it and they big shots and millionaires and billionaires and all that. So what? Big deal. Whoop to do. The point is just respect what has transpired. Know your history about this country. This is all I'm saying. Don't just come over here and thinking that, oh, y'all been here for I don't know how long and look at y'all. Some of y'all are blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's right. Everybody don't want to go and make $1 million, $2 million, $100 million. Some people just satisfied with where they at. But that don't make you better than them. Because you come in and you all of a sudden, I was here since I was 10 years old. My mother brought me over here, my daddy, and we are, I'm a doctor now. Whoop-de-doo. Good for you. That's the opportunity that you got because of us. So just respect it. That's all I'm asking. And then respect all of us. Don't think that we run around here and not making it, man. He went to college, I went to college, my kids went to college, they all graduates, you graduates. Ed's kids going to college, grandkids going to college. Whoop-de-doo, big deal. That's just part of the system. The system, in order for you to make it, you got to have a college degree. If you want to really get a good job or whatever, learn something. But the bottom line is respect the historic system, and then whether we are original indigenous, part of indigenous people, I don't know. Because they don't tell us all our history. We don't know all our history. All our history is not written down. We don't know. Only thing I know, I can go far back as my great grandmother. We don't know. We can try to find out, but we don't know. So I'm just saying, you have opportunity if you're from another part of the world and you know your history, where you came from, and you black, good for you. I'm happy for you. Because I'm not that happy about my family's history. I don't know. So I'm just saying, respect every black person. I don't care where you came from. I respect you.
So your point is that all that we have to respect each other.
Respect. That's all I'm saying. Respect.
So we have to respect each other.
That's all you gotta do is respect. You ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta love me or whatever. It's just respect. That means being courteous, being kind,
Now,
being respectful.
are you just including our race? Or are you including everyone here in the U.S.
Specifically our race.
specifically?
But everybody should be the same way.
Right.
I mean, that's what I do to everybody. I respect every person
I,
because,
I had to ask that question because I want to make sure that we got the
yeah,
right thing here.
hey, I'm
Because
not,
if you telling, because if I got to say it, I'm gonna say it for everybody, not just our race. I'm gonna say it for the white folks too. Respect us.
absolutely.
I think that I think they need to know to do the same thing, to respect us, and that's all we ask for, to be respected. We're
And,
not,
and
we're not,
some of us want to
we're not.
patronize in your stores and
You can't
that,
just put us all in one thing. You are DEI and all this other stuff and everything. You're not respecting us by saying that. You respect us as a person, as an individual. So, okay.
okay, I just wanted to say that because there's a lot of yappity yappity yap about it, and everybody talking about I'm indigenous black person, I'm an Israelite, I'm a
My
whatever.
Ted, I'm gonna say something, man. The old folks always had a saying. My people, my folks would always have something, big saying and stuff out there, and and sometimes I can recite that. If you got to tell somebody you grown, you not grown. You not grown. You gotta tell somebody I'm this, I'm that. If you gotta tell them that, then then you are not that person, and you are not who you say you are. If you gotta tell them, because if you carry yourself in a manner that you should carry yourself, then folks are gonna know that you need to be respected, that you are who you are, that you are a man, and that you are a woman. So that's all I gotta say. Anything
But
else? Go,
I'm gonna piggyback on that though.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, and it's nothing disrespectful to anybody that's, but we know we live in you know, uh, different classes of people. They always talk about class stuff like that. However, I don't care what class you're in or what they call yourself class in or whatever. You can be the poorest, raunchiest person, act all crazy. I'm gonna respect you because that's all you know. Maybe that's all you know, and maybe that's the way you want to behave. And as long as you respect me now. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to respect your behavior because there are people out there that's acting a certain way, making millions of dollars now. What we call, as old people or whatever, kind of raunchy, whatever, whatever. But that's their culture. That's where they want to live, and that's fine. And that's in every race, ethnic group. So that's all I'm saying. I respect everybody. I don't care. I see people, man. I say, how did that guy be worth over $300 million? Look at him. He looks so raunchy out there rapping and everything, and blah blah blah, and tattoos all over his body. But hey, that's his lifestyle. That's him. I gotta respect that. But that I wouldn't do it, and
Hmm.
that's me. But he did it.
Hmm.
So that's all I'm saying. I don't care. That's you. I'm gonna respect whatever lifestyle you want. I know the lifestyle I live, and that's me. And it's probably ain't worth 2 cents, but what I'm saying is the bottom the bottom line is that's me. So,
Okay.
everybody live their life and be
Okay.
happy. That's all. Just respect people. Don't think you better than somebody else. That's what my mother said. You ain't no better than nobody else, and ain't nobody better than you.
You.
Don't ever think somebody better than you. I don't care how rich they are or how poor they are.
Absolutely. Final word.
That's my final word, bro.
No, man, you can't throw. You got to give me. You got to give me something better than that, man. You got to come. You got to come better than that. To you said a lot, man. Today, you got some more to say here. I know.
Well, the thing is that when I think about what's going on now, we are, we said this before. We're in a paradigm shift. We're in a shift that a lot of people are wondering what the hell is going on. You had a man choke a person on the street in front of witnesses, two other people holding them down, and he kills them, and they let the man walk. And you got people out there marching. What is good is that going to do it? I'm going to ask a question. There
I,
was a time. There was a time when it was only mostly black and white people. There was a time you can guilt these people's conscience.
mm-hmm,
They ain't got no conscience no more, bro. The
mm-hmm.
conscience is gone. They don't give a shit. So you can march all you wanna, and I'm not telling people not to march. You can do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is you're making people aware, and you get news coverage and all that, and yada yada yada, and they hear you and they write the story, but they don't care. They don't care. What you got to do is get engaged, run for office, take your power. And the only way you're going to take your power is that you got to get engaged. That means getting engaged on the school boards. That means getting engaged running for the state houses. That means getting engaged running for Congress, running for Senate, running for mayor, all of that. Get engaged so that you can get your power. But he who runs the money makes the decisions. Those people that get engaged and make the decisions, they're appointing judges. What kind of judge is going to sit up there and let a man go free? That just choked a man to death. That's ridiculous. That's murder.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all this margin and stuff, in this day and this time, and maybe even right now, it might mean something and do something. But I'm saying, get engaged and get involved. These young people got to do that. I mean, I never marched in my life. I ain't ashamed to say it. But I had a protest in my own way. But I'm just saying, some people just geared for that, and that's fine. But I'm saying I never ran for office. But some people are geared for that. That's your calling. Get out there and do it. And that's my last word. Get engaged and get involved. Ed just said he gonna get involved. Get back into it. The only thing I do is I call my congressman, I call my senator. I might write a note to them, or a letter, or whatever, or email. I'll just stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. But a lot of people out there, man, are politicians, and you need to be running so that change can happen. If you want change to happen, you got to take these offices and overtake these people. President Obama did it. He used his psychology. He didn't do all the things he wanted to do, but he took office. President of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Get engaged. He could have quit when he lost that congressman position.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't.
No, he didn't quit.
And that's what we have to do. We can't stop. I'm gonna be very interested, Ted. You said a whole heck of a lot, man. In my mind, while you were talking, it was just running 1,000 miles an hour. I mean, I had all kind of things that I wanted to say,
Shoot it, bro.
but I'm only going to say a couple of things here, and something that I thought that I was the only one who felt like this, and I see that there was a lot of folks out there who probably who I'm from the numbers that I'm seeing felt the same way I did. We put a lot of ourselves into emotionally. Some of us didn't do it physically, but emotionally and financially, we put ourselves into uh, this past election. A lot of us did.
Mm.
We put a lot into that, and after this thing had happened, it just took a lot out of us because we put so much in it. And it's almost like in 2016 when uh, Clinton and stuff had the same thing happen, and people put a lot into it, and it didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to turn out because we put our heart and soul into that. But like I'm just telling you, and I just told you on air, I got to get back in the game as I can't sit back anymore and everything and watch what's been going on. I got to do something. So I'm going to find something that I can do. And all the other ones and stuff who have been disillusioned and stuff by this whole thing that's passed by here after the first of the year, you guys got to get back in the game, man. We just can't stop and we can't give up. You cannot do it. Get back out there, listen, Rachel still got stuff that she got to tell people and everything. And then you need to go back out there and listen to her because if you don't, they will take her off the air, and you're not going to be able to hear anything that she has to say because she has a lot of things that she said, a lot of positive things coming out of her, a lot of positive things coming out of a lot of those folks on MSNBC. You can't lead those folks and stuff out there to speak and everything by themselves. You got to continue to follow them and everything because they're going to lead us right. At least there's a voice out there that we can look at. So all you folks and stuff who left Rachel Maddow's show and left the other shows out there and and brother Steele's show on the weekends and stuff, get back out there and watch them because those folks were disillusioned just like we were. And I know it hurt them just as bad as it hurt each and every one of us. But they kept on going. They got back on the air the next day. They got back on the air the next weekend and everything to talk to their audience and everything. So we need to get back engaged, people, because it's not over. There's still a fight out there. And if we get back and don't do anything, then you just open the door for this criminal to do whatever the heck he wants to do. And we can't allow that to happen. We can't allow him to do what he wants to do because if we don't get out there and do something, he's going to do something. What did he do when he lost the election? He went right back out there and kept talking the same old crap that he was talking before. The election was stolen. They stole the election, and there were people out there who believed him. They stole the election from him, and he kept saying it, knowing that he was lying. He
And he
kept
admitted
saying
it too.
He kept saying it. They stole the election. For 4 years, he said, they stole the election from me. and, and all his folks sat down there, and there were people who he still kept saying they stole the election. Even today, they still saying, yeah, they stole the election in 2020, but we got it back. So they kept out there. They stayed out there. They kept up the pace. They kept up the faith and they got back in. So what we're going to do, we have to keep up the pace and get back in.
That's a good word. That's a good
So
word.
that's all I got to say.
That's a good word, bro. What'd you say?
That's all I got to say.
Keep up
Uh,
the pace and
keep
get
up,
back in.
get back in.
Ooh, that's a good headline.
Keep up the pace and get back in. Can't give up. He didn't. We can't. We can't allow him to sit there. I'm looking at him now and stuff, but I know he's licking his chops. January 20th, he's licking his chops. He's getting ready to get back in and do his thing. We can't allow him to do it. So get back in. Bye bye.